Welcome to the kickoff event of the AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge, Fueling Innovation, Scaling Sustainable Agriculture in Central Asia. On behalf of CGIAR's Accelerate for Impact platform, my name is Claudia, and I am very happy to be introducing the event here today. We have gathered scientists, practitioners, innovators, and stakeholders within CGIAR and beyond to take part in the launch of the AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge. This event aims to showcase the importance of creating linkages between pioneering research, technological entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship in bringing agri-tech solutions from the lab to the market in Uzbekistan and in Central Asia. Uzbekistan, with its promising markets in Central Asia, provides an important opportunity for this project to support national and regional innovation ecosystems in raising it to the highest international standards in the space. This project aspires to create an enabling environment to scout, accelerate, and fund agri-food and climate tech innovations that can positively contribute to agriculture in Uzbekistan and in the region. Today, we have an exciting agenda for you, and we will begin with the welcoming remarks from three esteemed guests. We have a representative from the AKIS Center of the Ministry of Agriculture of Uzbekistan, and two representatives from CGIAR. We will then move on to a presentation on CGIAR's Regional Integrated Initiative from Fragility to Resilience in Central and West Asia and North Africa, FQRC1. We will then move on to a short presentation on the AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge, looking at its goal, the objectives, the structure, the awards that we will be offering to our participants, as well as how to apply. We will then move on to a panel discussion where experts from various backgrounds will delve deep into how we can effectively harness the potential of agri-tech for agricultural transformation and sustainable development in Uzbekistan and in Central Asia. Through AgriTech4Uzbekistan, we aim to collectively aspire to fostering an enabling environment where pioneering solutions in agriculture for Uzbekistan and for the region. We can bring things together and learn from the AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge to apply and spread the word, as well as share the opportunities among your networks. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our esteemed guest speakers who will deliver the welcoming remarks. We have Gairat Ganiev, who is the director of the AKIS Center of the Ministry of Agriculture of Uzbekistan. We have Michael Baum, who is the Deputy Director General for Research at CGIAR ICARDA, as well as lead of CGIAR's Regional Integrated Initiative, F2RC1. And we have Giampiero Mensa, Senior Manager, Partnerships and Innovative Finance at CGIAR Alliance of Bioversity International and CIAT, and team lead of the Accelerate for Impact platform. Thank you all for joining us today. And I want to Gairat Ganiev.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon or good morning, depending where you are joining this meeting. Dear ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, first of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Giampiero Mensa and his team from CGIAR Alliance, A4IT, and other organizations who contributed to this meeting for hosting this virtual kickoff event, AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge, Fueling Innovation, Scaling Sustainable Agriculture in Central Asia. It's no secret that Uzbekistan has one of the most vibrant and fastest growing economies in the region. And I'm confident that window of opportunity provided under this initiative will be very useful for the local innovation ecosystems to grow and improve in all sectors of the Uzbek economy, including the agri-food sector. I hope that this initiative will serve as a stepping stone for local startups and ecosystems for linking up with their international partners and ecosystems. We as AKIS, under the Ministry of Agriculture of Uzbekistan, understand the importance of such initiatives, because we strongly believe that initiatives like these are completely in line with the strategy and policy programs we have recently adopted. Because we have adopted these strategies and programs for the very same purposes, like disseminating knowledge among relevant stakeholders, raising awareness of climate change and rational use of natural resources, and creating linkages between research, production, and advisory services to enhance productivity and profitability. In October 2019, the government of Uzbekistan adopted a strategy for agricultural development 2020-2030, recognizing the imminent threats posed by environmental issues such as water shortages, land degradation, and climate change, and acknowledging the weak overall performance of the sector due to the ineffective administrative, centrally planned approach. The agricultural development strategy set out an ambitious and transformative agenda to end the state order system, improve land ownership rights, increase the transparency of land distribution, and redirect state agricultural financing to promote private sector investments and enhance public services in sector. The objective of the agricultural development strategy for 2020-2030 is to develop a competitive, market-based, diversified, and export-oriented agri-food sector that will increase farm incomes, create new jobs, enhance food security, and ensure that sustainable use of natural resources is complied. Articulated through these following 9 strategic priorities. Namely, priority number 1, it is enhancing food security of the population. Priority number 2, it's about creating a favorable environment for agribusiness and value chain. Number 3 is decreasing state involvement in sector management and enhance investment attractiveness. Number 4, encouraging rational use of natural resources and environmental protection. Priority number 5 is about developing modern public institutions. Number 6, diversifying state expenditures. Number 7, developing research, education, and advisory services. Number 8 will be about developing rural areas. And finally, the number 9 priority is about developing transparent statistics and information systems in agriculture. Besides the strategy, we have, as AKIS, so far have been able to carry out the following things. The World Bank's agricultural modernization project implemented by ICARDA has been one of the most active projects contributing to AKIS agenda recently. Under this project, we've been able to complete the following: 26 advisors and 3 regional coordinators were recruited in Tashkent, Fergana, and Samarkand regions. More than 90 people participated in basic advisory skills and GAP, good agricultural practice trainings in these 3 pilot regions, including advisors, AKIS regional staff, representatives of research institutes, and selected universities. More than 70 people participated in plant protection trainings in 2022, and it includes advisors, AKIS regional staff, and the Ministry of Agriculture's regional staff in these 3 regions. Besides, in May 2022, by presidential decree, the International Agricultural University, in partnership with UK-based Royal Agricultural University, was established. University's main mission is to provide quality, science-based, practice-oriented higher education, fundamental and applied research and professional development to build capacity of stakeholders in the agri-food industry. Currently, the university offers bachelor's and master's degree in agriculture, agrologistics, agroeconomics, food safety management, crop production management, livestock production management, farm business management, agricultural technology and innovation, and sustainable agriculture and food security. The Ministry of Agriculture provided 26 billion Uzbek sums of financial support for the organization of university activities and provided 160 grants to exceptional freshman students to cover their tuition year fees last year. By another presidential decree, Minister of Agriculture, AKIS, with the participation of Oman's Atiyat International Services Company, are developing a laboratory at the AKIS Center in Tashkent region for testing, inspection, and certification of the agri-food products. This laboratory will analyze pesticides, residues, toxins, GMO, hormones, antibiotics, vitamins, and numerous international quality parameters essential for exporting to EU, Middle East, Far East Asian countries, and so on. And also to maintain the quality of local agro and food products with the same services. Besides that, laboratories will serve as a certification body for Global GAP, HACCP, Organic, Halal, and others. Finally, once more, I would like to thank the organizers for offering me the chance to share with you about the latest developments, as well as our vision of Uzbek agriculture for the future upcoming years. And I strongly believe that this initiative, AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge, as its naming suggests, will truly fuel innovation and scale sustainable agriculture in Central Asia. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your words. Now over to you, to our next speaker, Michael Baum.
Thank you very much for having me and giving some welcome remarks. Myself and Dr. Maha Zorbi, we are the leads for the initiative from Fragility to Resilience in Siwana. This initiative on behalf of the CGIAR is operating in 5 countries: in Morocco, in Lebanon, in Egypt, in Sudan, and in Uzbekistan. And of course, we have selected those countries to represent the different agroecologies in the Central and West Asia space. And so that's why we are very happy to be part of this innovation challenge today. I also would like to transfer to you the greetings of the DG of ICARDA, who is also the regional director for Siwana. And so in this initiative, we try really to bring together all the institutions that are working, that have feet on the ground in this West Asia, North Africa region. And these are centers like ICARDA and IMI, Bioversity, CIAT, CIMIT, IFPRI, World Fish, and hopefully I have not forgotten anyone. And and it's really to try to see to bring those centers together for a common cause. And as you know, so in this new phase of the CGIAR initiatives, we are our mission is really to deliver science and innovations that help to advance the transformation of water, food, land, and ecosystems. And against the background of very extreme climate change and numerous challenges. And and the CGIAR many of the CGIAR institutions are science-led organizations. So we are really experts in science and science development and science delivery. But really the problem is by the end of the day, we try to develop solutions that help to develop more profitable farms and more profitable operations. And we are not necessarily the expert in this one. So that's why this meeting today, and together with the recently launched CGIAR Accelerate for Impact platform, it's really one way of reaching out to the private sector in order to market some of the innovations that hopefully lead to more, in the end, more profitable farm and more profitable operations, in this case, in the agriculture sector in Uzbekistan. Last year, in 2022, a very similar call was organized for Morocco, and that was quite successful. So we are in the initiative, we are looking, especially in Work Package 5, to connect to such accelerators and to reach out with the private sector in order to bring some of our innovations really to the market and help candidates and young researchers and entrepreneurs really to connect and to identify innovations that can be scaled out. For this one, I consider this today's meeting very important to identify, to connect, and to support talented entrepreneurial scientists for the Central Asia region, this specifically in Uzbekistan, and that are accompanied by a program really to identify innovations and that makes those innovations marketable so that it can be taken up by entrepreneurs and that entrepreneurs can invest into it, and then hopefully lead really to products in Uzbekistan that can help really to make agriculture more profitable. So I'm very much interested in this process and to follow up on this innovation challenge. And similarly, as we have seen that last year in Morocco, and hopefully next year, maybe in Egypt. So really to see the outcome and how successful this challenge is. And because that might be one way, new way of how we as a science-led organization, we as can really work with the private sector and really support private sector initiatives. Thank you for having me here, and I wish you a very successful launch of this AgriTech challenge for Uzbekistan, and please keep me informed about the development and the outcome of this very important model for us, for the CG, really to help agriculture in the different countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Michael Baum, for your kind words and support. Now over to our next speaker, Giampiero Mensa.
Thank you, Claudia, and thank you, Michael and Gareth. Thank you for all your words. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. As head of Accelerate for Impact platform, I'm very pleased to be here today, as this is the result of a long journey initiated a few months ago, more precisely December 2022. I still remember how cold Tashkent was. And with that event, we brought together more than 43 organizations to start thinking about this project that we are launching here today. So that was an important occasion to consult several of you and many other than to just have a better understanding of the innovation ecosystem in Uzbekistan and gather a few ideas for this AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge. So I'm thrilled to be here and also have witnesses the opportunities and the vibrant community that exists in Uzbekistan. Now, the CGIAR Accelerate for Impact platform had a clear vision from the start. We wanted to bring together all the relevant stakeholders and create an enabling environment for emerging high-impact startups. Our aim is to connect this high-impact innovative solution with value chain actors and investors, providing them with the necessary support to thrive. Over the past 5 months, we have worked tirelessly to design a project that not only meets the specific needs of the agricultural sector, but also align with the governmental priorities. The AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge comes at a time when scientific innovation and entrepreneurship are being recognized as drivers to contribute towards solving complex global challenges affecting agriculture and food system. This project, indeed, serves as a platform to scout and connect and support talented entrepreneurs and scientists, and including CGIAR researchers, who are revolutionizing the industry with their innovative solutions. Solutions that are focusing on enhancing the sustainability, the efficiency, and resiliency within the agricultural value chain, utilizing technologies such as precision agriculture, Internet of Things, remote sensing, data analytics, and so forth. Innovation is at the core of the work of all stakeholders gathered here today: public sector, researchers, investors, corporate, and startups. We all share something. The term innovation implies the process of adopting an inquisitive and questioning approach to a given context or a case to brainstorm creative ideas and exploit their benefits to generate meaningful impact. And this is what we want to deliver here with this project. Before I conclude, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to all our partners who are instrumental in supporting the organization of this important project. Their contribution, expertise, and resources are playing a significant role in making this initiative a reality. Indeed, I'm particularly grateful to our colleagues at ICARDA and IMI, as well as the IT Park, innoWIUT Entrepreneurs Lab of Westminster International University in Tashkent, the Agency of Innovative Development under the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Innovation of Uzbekistan, the Minister of Agriculture of Uzbekistan through the AKIS Center, the United Nations Development Program Uzbekistan, Indorama, and Uzbekistan Venture Capital Association. To all the applicants, I commend your dedication and innovative spirit. I wish you the best of luck in this challenge, and I'm excited to witness this transformative impact to your solution will all have on the agricultural landscape. Together, we are shaping the future of agriculture in Uzbekistan. Good luck to all the applicants, and we will see you in Tashkent for the bootcamp. Stay tuned, and thank you, and over to you, Claudia.
Thank you, Gianpiero, and thank you to all opening speakers. Next, I'm delighted to invite Maha Al-Zubi, who will be delivering a presentation on CGIAR's Regional Integrated Initiative, Fragility to Resilience, Central and West Asia and North Africa. Maha is a regional researcher specializing in sustainable and resilient water systems at IMI, and she is also the co-lead of CGIAR's Regional Integrated Initiative, F2RC1. Maha, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Claudia. Thanks all. I'm glad to be here actually this afternoon, my time here. First, I would like to thank our partners in Uzbekistan, particularly ICARDA. Last year we met and we were just both eager to push things forward. So I'm really glad to see like things now are more materialized and moving hopefully in the right direction, and we have no doubt in this partnership. So my intervention is going to be very quick, just to give more floor for the next session. I need just only to, as we'll say, thank to Michael, to Jean-Pierre. So this activity, just to frame it under the work package 5 of the initiative F2R CIAR, looking into scaling innovation and digital tools for climate resilient food value chain. So it was co-designed to address the needs and challenge that CIAR is facing, and particularly this activity in Uzbekistan. It was co-designed and during, let's say, last year when we met with our partners in Uzbekistan during the inception phase and the consultation meetings that we had. So I'm glad to see that things are moving forward. So as all of us know, like CIAR lacks in its investment in digital infrastructure and lacks the enabling environment to support agriculture innovation. So that's why we saw producers, especially smallholder farmers, often lack the access to adequate climate risk information management tools and services, and rarely scaled due to the lack of a conducive environment and lack of private sector participation. So this work package is focus on accelerating and scaling digital climate services, financial solutions, and other technologies resulting from this initiative that we are trying to improve the climate resilience of food climate change. So so work package 5 seeks to leverage, assess, accelerate, and scale the use of digitally innovative solutions to address climate change induced challenge across the let's say food value chains. So we are very much looking forward for your let's say collaboration with the government of Uzbekistan, our colleague from CIAT, and particularly the AgriTech now in Uzbekistan. We are eager to see the winners and to support them down the road for a better solutions in Uzbekistan. So I don't have much to add, Claudia. Over to you, and looking forward for the next session for more discussion on this topic. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, Maha. So now moving on to the let's say the subject of today's webinar, or today's kickoff event. We'll be looking at the okay, great. Looking at the subject of today's launch event. So the AgriTech4Uzbekistan's main goal is to scout, accelerate, and fund science-based innovations that can make agriculture in Uzbekistan more sustainable, efficient, and climate resilient, while also contributing to 14 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The Accelerate for Impact platform team, together with the consortium of partners, set out in designing an AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge that can help to provide impact-driven entrepreneurs, researchers, as well as CGIAR scientists with business training, mentorship, and technical assistance. We're looking to develop a pipeline of context-specific solutions to the country and to the region. We're looking to provide concrete solutions to end users of these technologies that can include farmers and value chain actors. We're looking to facilitate the connections between entrepreneurs, researchers, and the innovation support ecosystem by leveraging the knowledge of these, these three sectors, and customizing scaling approaches for the applicants that will be part of the program. We are looking to expose CGIAR-led innovations to new market dynamics and supporting them to move from the lab to the market. Through this project, we will also be raising awareness about the challenges affecting agriculture in Uzbekistan and in the region, and highlighting the potential of how agri-tech solutions can support to address these challenges. And we are also looking to encouraging the participation of women and young entrepreneurs in enhancing their access to knowledge, inputs, resources, and their capacity development. I will briefly go over, Gianpiero kindly went through the, in thanking the consortium of partners that we have put together that will be supporting the program in its various phases. Going over the project phases, we are currently in the first for the call for application that will run through to the 9th of July. We will then announce through the selection committee, we will then announce the top 20 teams, as well as at least 2 CGIAR-led innovations that will be admitted to the bootcamp. The bootcamp will take place in Tashkent. It will be a 3-day workshop whereby participants will be provided with technical guidance and pitch training for their final 3rd day at the pitch day, where they will be presenting their solutions to the selection committee, and we'll be announcing the 12 finalists. These 12 finalists will then be admitted to an acceleration program, which will run for approximately 3 months. And through this acceleration program, they will receive a blended training of business-oriented mentorship, as well as technical assistance from our CGIAR scientists. The acceleration program will then conclude with the final demo day, whereby these 12 finalists will pitch their solutions to the selection committee and an audience that will also comprise of investors. The top 3 winners will then receive a free equity grant, as well as post-acceleration support from both the operational partners that will help through mentoring, market introductions, and facilitating longer-term opportunities and collaborations with CGIAR centers. Looking on to the protagonists of this project, we are looking to it is a global call for applications for innovators, entrepreneurs, researchers, and CGIAR scientists who are developing agri-tech and climate tech solutions that can be applied to the agriculture in Uzbekistan. The applications are open to all maturity stages. However, the only early stage innovations with a minimum viable product and a proof of concept will be eligible to and qualify for the bootcamp and acceleration program. Those innovations that may apply at and are at a growth stage or beyond will be invited to pitch their solution at the final demo day. However, they will not compete for AgriTech4Uzbekistan's awards. As part of the applications that we are seeking to target, we will be looking at applications that can address, or solutions that address a real market need in Uzbekistan, and that fall under at least one of the 5 priority areas that we have identified for this call for application. The 5 priority areas, as you can see, are displayed here on my screen. So we have the digital agriculture and precision farming, capacity building, water management and irrigation systems, financial services, and supply chain management. These are the kind of solutions that we are looking for. However, please note that this is a non-exhaustive list, and we may, so we may consider also solutions that are not listed here. All this information is listed in our website and detailed in our website, so I do invite you to take a closer look at the material there. Just to say a few words on the awards and benefits and what we offer to the selected innovators that will be part of the bootcamp and acceleration program. So the top 20 teams plus at least 2 CGIAR led innovations will have access to a fully funded 3-day bootcamp in Tashkent. The top 12 teams will have access to a fully funded acceleration program, and here we will be combining business-oriented training, technical assistance, as well as opportunities for on-the-ground experimentation and pilot testing of these innovations with farmers and value chain actors in Uzbekistan. All participants will have access to networking and technical assistance opportunities with CGIAR scientists and experts. The top 3 winners will have access to a $30,000 USD equity-free grant, whereby these winning innovations must demonstrate a proven sustainable business model and scaling plan. All participants will have access to national and international investors, specifically at the final demo day. They will have access to dedicated co-working spaces and incubation facilities, thanks to the support offered by our partners. Access to a community of innovators, so we very much will encourage peer-to-peer learning, as well as post-acceleration support for the 3 winners. So applications are open until the 9th of July. Here's a QR code to our website, which I invite you to scan. And we are available for any questions at the email address info@agritechchallenge.org for our applicants, should you have any questions or require further information. Okay, now moving on to the next, and feel free to, of course, type in the chat box any questions you may have regarding the application. We will then be ensured to highlight these, and we will see to responding to your questions. Moving on to the next session of this event. So coming up, we have our panel discussion where we will be looking into the how to effectively harness the untapped potential of agri-tech in Uzbekistan to drive agricultural transformation and sustainable development in the country and in the region. So I'm very pleased to introduce you to our moderator of the session, Rhiannon Crichton. She is a proposal development officer working at CGIAR's Regional Integrated Initiative F2RC1, working at ICARDA. So on you go, Rhiannon.
Fantastic. Thanks, Claudia. Thanks for presenting the Innovation Challenge. So we have 6 speakers that are going to take part in the panel discussion. Claudia, I don't know if you have the slide for that, but if basically I want to invite each of the 6 speakers just in turn to come on come on camera and just introduce yourself, where you're from, and just why you're involved in this AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge, what you hope to, why your organization decided to participate, and what you hope to see at the end. So just introductions, and then we'll actually discuss some topics. So start with Ochure, please, if you could just introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Rhiannon. Thank you very much, Claudia. Hello to everybody. Nice to see you, and thank you for joining this call today. My name is Aytur Yanarbekov, and I'm working as a country manager at the IWMI's representative office in Tashkent, in Uzbekistan. And the question which, Rhiannon, you put it is very crucial for us, because as was already mentioned by Dr. Baum and Dr. Maha, that this event which we are organizing, it's under the Work Package 5, Scaling Innovation and Digital Tools for Climate Resilient Food Value Chains under the CIAT Initiative. And we came to this topic not just for this sake of this challenge call, but we understand the challenge that we have in Sivana region, specifically on climate change and variability, which is we are facing, starting from Uzbekistan up to Morocco. And there is the innovative climate risk and agri-tech food solutions which needs to be scaled. And there are available resources, there are available technologies and tools which needs to be scaled. And the study shows that today our farmers, agriculture cluster, especially in Uzbekistan, are lack of access to the adequate climate, agri-food risk informations and management tools and services. So that's why I think this event, especially this Innovation, Agri-Tech and Climate Tech Challenge Call, will hope that we will be able to scale these technologies and tools, but also improve the conducive environment and the involvement of private sector. So that's why, as a work package lead 5, IWMI, we are very interested to promote this challenge call further and work with startups in order to scale innovations. Thank you. Back to you.
Thanks, Ochure. Over to Sava Jalalov.
Yes, dear colleagues, hello to all of you. Gianpero, Claudia, we started this project jointly together when you were in Tashkent in December. And the reason why we joined this amazing project is that it's very impactful. As we all know that Uzbekistan is pretty much very well known in agricultural industry not only in Central Asia, but in other countries as well, in former Soviet countries. And we believe that the new generation has a huge value to add into the agriculture industry. We can talk about digitalization and creating a lot of startup projects that will benefit the agricultural industry in the future of Uzbekistan. As we already know, for example, with the government initiatives, we have many projects that working in specific industries. And I believe that our project on agriculture industry will be a very impactful indeed. And we have many colleagues from different projects that has the potential of making this project very impactful in whole Uzbekistan, in many regions of Uzbekistan as well. And from institution perspective, we believe that teaching our students from university time is beneficial for them to become entrepreneurs while they're in the university, right? Because university mainly teaches the theory part, and we're here practitioners who can actually show them how it works in real life. For example, our department has produced many promising startups, including startups with a valuation of $3 million and getting the investment from the venture capitalists and venture funds. And this is already shows the potential of Uzbek youth, that they're eager to be a part of innovation and entrepreneurship. Thank you all for your time, and I hope this journey will be very beneficial for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sava. Jahangir, sorry, Kagirov, yeah. Pardon me, sorry.
Hello, everyone. Dear colleagues, thanks for organizing this event. So we are very happy to be the part of this program. So as IT Park Uzbekistan, we support the development of IT in the country and development of IT entrepreneurship. So, and we believe that a collaboration between tech and agriculture will create a lot of value for Uzbekistan, and not only. So as Mr. Sarva said, our youth has a lot of potential for innovations. So in recent years, innovations, the tech industry, the agriculture industry are growing very fast. Uzbekistan is becoming one of the IT hubs in Central Asia. So this collaboration can create a lot of value for farmers and other communities. And we believe that this project will give an opportunity for the young entrepreneurs to create their solutions, to showcase them and implement them in a real world, real markets. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Over to Dora Atajanova. If I got that right.
Hi everyone. My name is Dora, or how people like to call me in agriculture, Dora the exporter. I am a founder of two companies. One is export of agriculture goods, and the second one is Agri platform. It means that I export like 20 tons of the fresh fruits and vegetables from Uzbekistan all over the world. And in this business, there are a lot of problems. There are so many cows, despite the fact that every day there is the same actions we are doing, there is still no system. And that's why we are losing a lot of products and farmers are losing. So yeah, this area, like agriculture area really needs some solution, some innovation. But since today, as a speaker, I have been asked the question, what shall we do and from where we should start? I think I would really suggest to point at the fact that we need to build a strong bridge between government and between the private sector, because there are so many things are happening, so many projects. And if you actually go to the private sector, I mean, very few percentage of them really aware about what is happening, but we are solving the problems for them. So I just, even today's event can represent the fact that I'm the only private sector representative, but we are solving like agricultural challenges. So yeah, I really would raise for the fact that we need to build a good bridge between the private sector and the government. I'm very happy to be a part of the project, and thank you for letting me speak.
Thanks, Dora. Josh Thomas, please.
Right on. Well, Dora, there's one more private sector person here. It's good to have you say what you just said, because I can't agree more. I often find that those of us that are the civic technologists in the private sector are the ones at the forefront, putting in the 18 to 20-hour days for months and months on end until we nearly collapse to solve the problems that have been given to us by mandate. But by a little quick background, I'm a British American serial entrepreneur who focuses on civic technology. My whole life has been dedicated to working with governments and intergovernmentals to be the facilitators at the other side of their talk, the other side of their policy. I'm the implementer, the doer, the maker. And I've worked with a variety of United Nations organizations over my life, FAO, UNICEF, quite a bit with the United Nations Development Program. And several years ago, as part of a United Nations Development Program project called Cultivate, we began looking at the creation and development of simple, pragmatic digital agriculture and livestock tools for low middle income countries. And with United Nations Development Program catalytic grant funding from the Innovation Hub in Singapore, we identified Uzbekistan as the ideal cradle for the place where we would develop this digital agriculture and livestock tool for middle income countries. So we actually spent nearly a year working out of the UNDP offices in Tashkent. I have a long history of working with the UNDP ACT Labs. We involved them as well, and actually ran a design sprint originally developed by Google in Uzbekistan, including members of the Ministry of Innovation, State Committee for Livestock, a few other departments as well. And along the way, actually got the attention of the Uzbekistan government. And when we eventually moved on as a company, ended up raising venture capital, surprisingly had an offer from UzVC, which is the state-owned sovereign venture capital fund of the Uzbekistan government, asked to come in as a very, very small minority partner. But it said a lot about our ability to not just say that we're here to build things for Uzbekistan, but actually get on the ground, actually get out to a Kungaran, actually speak with farmers face-to-face over meals and build things, not just talk, actually build things and get them in the field in a record speed. So today we're very proud that we have this relationship with the Republic of Uzbekistan. We're very, very proud to say that today we are a British Uzbek company with employees from all over the world, but the vast majority of our employees are actually graduates of the University of Westminster in Tashkent, and we are proud to hire both female and male, the best of the best software developers from across Uzbekistan for our project and our team today. So yeah, like you, Dora, I'm really proud to represent the private sector here. I like being the rock and roll to maybe the developmental, sides, classical music. We move fast, we break things, and we do things. It's not just talk. So that's me. Hi, everyone.
Thanks, Josh. And now over to Ivan Horvats, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you, first of all, for inviting me today. And I would like to greet you also from on behalf of UNDP Office Uzbekistan. Also, congratulations for launching of this valuable initiative. And I wish you all success in execution and all the tasks that are in front. We see this, any activity actually which contributes to sustainable development goals, of course, is very valuable and important for us also. So in terms of UNDP in Uzbekistan, as you probably know, we work on three key directions. One is democratic governance. The second one is inclusive growth, and the third one, environment and climate change. So under that part, there are several projects which are partially or completely related to rural development or agriculture. And one of them, our flagship agricultural project, which we call EU Agreen, because it is financed by European Union, is something pretty much similar to what you are launching and what you are doing through this partnership, Innovation Partnership Initiative. So we are bringing actually the mechanism from European Union, which exists for some time there, that is based on formation of so-called innovation groups. So there is a tendering process, there is some budget, and then actors who form groups around specific problems, specific issues in production. It must be obligatory farm. Then it must be one research or educational entity, and then it could be any other partner like companies, NGOs, or similar. So in short period of time, 1 maximum 2 years, they have to finalize proposed innovative projects and then share results with farmers community. So this is also novelty. First time we are testing this mechanism outside of Europe. So we are really excited and proud of this process. And so far results are encouraging. We had more than 200 applications after first call in January. And now just we are, in these days, we are finalizing contracts with all the innovation groups. It will be 19 of them for this pilot activity. So hopefully in 1 year, maximum 2 years, some of them, we will have very interesting results to share with farmers community. All of these activities are related with sustainable development, sustainable agriculture, climate change, introduction of new technology, new varieties, many others. So you can learn more on UNDP website about it. But actually this is connection line where we recognize the possibility for us to support your activity through our experience, to participate on different events or trainings or wherever it is needed, and also to, of course, to share opportunity that you are bringing and offering. So we will do our best to make some kind of a synergy of two complementary approaches and projects. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivan. So we don't have much time. We've got about 15 minutes for a sort of a more general sort of panel discussion. So there was a few sort of topics to discuss. I might just sort of focus it in though on basically saying, so if anyone wants to discuss on what's the current bottlenecks and challenges, like when it comes to scaling up innovations. This innovation challenge will be a big capacity development program. And at the end of it, when you actually have a successful innovation, what do you find is a challenge with scaling it up and making these connections that you're talking about between private sector development organizations? So that's a big question. Does anyone want to take that? Scaling up sort of issues of innovations?
Leonard?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for this question. Yeah, as was already mentioned by our national partners, specifically from IT Park and AKIS, right now the country is now booming with regard to the looking to the innovations and scaling. However, we need to understand that this innovation challenge goal is very important, would be to identify what are the best innovations to scale and how scale via digital solutions, right? And when we talk to the innovation ecosystem in Uzbekistan, as we already did also last December together with our partners, Alliance of Bioversity and CIAT, ICARDA, IFPRI and IWMI, and with national partners, we saw that especially from thematic-wise, agriculture and the climate change, this is the first time when we are looking deep in the thematic-wise on scaling such kind of digital innovations and tools. So that's why I think a very important point here is that we need to have these ecosystems. And what we see that maybe as was described by the Mr. Ghaniev, we need to work with academic institutions. And we saw that in Europe, and also now I'm in MENA region, I see that this is a very good scale when it is within the universities, research institutions. So we need to explore this opportunity and work with them further in order to the ideas which already exist or will bring new ideas is not only stopped as a research, but it is scaled. We are our national academic research institutions. Thank you.
Thanks, Ochure. Sarva, do you want to answer that as well from your university perspective?
Of course, it's a great point, and our main purpose right now and our main mission is not only focus on research, but also transfer the research papers into projects, the actual startup projects. As you already know about technology transfer, right? For example, our university is very rich when it comes to students with business management background, right? If we, for example, bond other students from different universities, for example, we have a lot of students from polytechnic universities where they know how to do stuff, right? As Josh mentioned about, some innovative projects and technology projects that can be involved, all the universities, and that way we can kind of create the ecosystem of startup universities and innovative universities together. Because if there is no collaboration between universities, there's going to be no innovation at all, right? A person who is studying at the business management, they have skills of leadership, of controlling the team, motivating, and kind of focusing on the project aspect, like management aspect. But we need the technical people, we need people who actually knows how the hardware works, We need front-end and back-end developers. So that's why I truly believe collaboration between other universities will create the balance, because we need people who can do stuff with hands. We need people who can do analysis. We need people who can control the team, who can motivate the team. And I believe our Uzbek students, they are very talented, they're very motivated, and agriculture pretty much is, takes one of the biggest industries in the whole country. And that's why, if you, or maybe we have some people from attendees group who are from different universities, we're always open to collaborate. Westminster National University is here to collaborate, is here to bond people, is here to make innovative industry more innovative. Thank you.
Just to plus one on that, I also need to reinforce the students that we've seen come out of the universities in Uzbekistan are some of the best and most talented group of individuals I've ever seen. Also, working in agri-tech is never going to be a route to being a billionaire. People do it because they believe in the industry, they believe in farmers, they believe in improving the planet. And people in Uzbekistan generally are not more than 1 or 2 generations away or have someone in their family who have been farmers. Most of the software developers that we hire, their grandparents have the challenges they're helping to solve. People are often inspired more than just their salary, more than just what we're paying them. They're actually incentivized. They want to be part of this solution. They want to make farmers the hero of the climate story, not the villains. And we've found that to be one of the major reasons why we've put our operations in Uzbekistan. It's the place where we're going to solve all of the world's climate issues that are related to agriculture, because it's such an important part of the Uzbek economy and history. So that's my 2 cents about why the people we hire are so great in Uzbekistan.
Thanks, Josh. I was wondering from the perspective of also Josh and Dora, how do you make your links in part of this ecosystem environment? How do you make these links to the innovators, and how do you sort of, as a private sector, how do you possibly choose which ones to take? How do you make the links between the farmers, the issues, the innovators? You sort of seem to be quite in the middle of that. If you could talk a bit more about that.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Well, it's actually pretty easy if you're down there in the field, because like every day you are facing to these problems. And that's the thing, like, when I'm in some government events and I'm listening for the problems as they think are the problems, you're like, this is what you're solving right now. The reality is kind of different. And also, I think government organizations and also international organizations really like to make how to say it, like generalize things, but like farmers are different. I mean, there are farmers, there are dehqans, so smallholders.
Yep.
Those problems are different. These problems are different. In Samarkand are totally different. In Karakalpakstan are totally different. So it just should be a system, and people who just trying to find a solution. I think the first thing they need to do, they have to spend like 1 year at least in the field, in the villages, and then that would be so clear what we should do. My opinion.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'll second that as well. I have to start all of these things with, I'm not riffing on the, the UNDP or the UN or any multinational organization. You're our wellspring and our mandate. We don't do this because I shouldn't be the one defining the problems. You define the problems, I just solve them. But at the same time, I have a very interesting relationship with the UNDP, with the FAO. When I come to Uzbekistan, I'm the one dragging the UNDP out to the field, dragging. I mean, most of the time they will find any excuse to not get in that car with me, to not go out there, to not sit with a farmer, not have a meal with them. I'm the one who had to force members of the Ministry of Innovation to come over and sit down and actually do a Google design sprint. It's hard work. It's hard work. You'll be spending, honestly, probably 10 hours straight actually working, and you'll do it for days and days and days and days. But it's actually what it takes to listen to problems, come together and think of solutions, build prototypes, and get back out in the field and see whether or not that's driving towards a solution. Not in weeks, not in months. I'm talking like you talk to farmers what problems and what pains they're having. You will prototype a solution by Thursday. If you talk to them on Monday, on Friday, you're back out in the field with them. It's hard work, and you have to speak with people and get out in the field. So it's the same sort of thing. It's this drive that you very rarely see outside of being an entrepreneur. It's annoying. I understand how obnoxious we are, but it's a lot of us forcing our partners out into the field, sit down, talk with people. And this is where I think that the relationship between the private sector and entrepreneurs and the public sector is beneficial when both work together, when both treat each other as equals. There's no hierarchy here and who's better or worse. We can't do it without the UN. We can't do it without multilateral organizations or international organizations. And to be honest, I don't think you can do it without us.
Yeah, but can I also add, it's a nice thing to say. I'm not, no more criticizing from my side. So I just want to say that the thing is like, yeah, from one side, maybe we have that, but from another side, I want to just share my experience is that, okay, I can see that maybe from a government side, they're not really into creating the right system, but when I have my opinion how to build it right. So I do have a project, what I built myself. I suggested it to the Ministry of Agriculture, and I went there, I presented there, and they are supporting me. So I am right now a consultant of the ministry. And yeah, so what I'm trying to say is just like, maybe I also should actively talk about it to the youth. So from youth, there will be more initiative in creating their own way of the solution and suggest it. So yeah, so this AgriTech4Uzbekistan program, I really hope we're going to find several projects where youth will be giving solutions, and then we can implement it.
And everyone here on this call right now means you're part of the solution. I mean, I may riff on international organizations on occasion. Again, I love you guys, and ultimately, I will also still say that the fact that we have investment from the government of Uzbekistan through UzVC shows how innovative and forward-thinking people in Uzbekistan are. I mean, this is something that you don't find in almost any country. Ultimately, we worked out of the UNDP offices in Tashkent because the UNDP country office in Uzbekistan is also one of the most innovative offices I've ever worked with. And I worked with a lot of different UNDP offices. And the fact that we have this kind of event right here and right now, this is super rare. This is unbelievable. And I want this to be a template for getting things done many, many more times over. This is awesome.
Thanks, Josh. Let's hand it over to Ivan from UNDP just for the, we've just got a couple of minutes left. So I think this is possibly the last one. We'll see how we go. Ivan, you're on mute.
to address question of scaling up and also to recognize these words, which are really important actually about coping with reality that Josh and Dora mentioned. I will just, what Gairat mentioned at the beginning, there was a World Bank initiative started 1.5 years ago, which established advisory, piloted advisory extension service in Uzbekistan for the first time. And this was actually this step to go to the field. We spent, we cooperated during that process. So we spent days in the field and we actually trained people who for the first time visited farms, talked with farmers, organized seminars, lectures, shared during these demonstration events, new technology and so on and so on. So this is something that is now, there were some issues. Of course, I will not talk about details why it was stopped in November last year. But now, again, Ministry and the World Bank are thinking to restart the process, and UNDP is stepping in to this, let's say, reality with these innovation groups, which are also field-based activities connected with real farmers, and also a very big possibility that we support this overall AKIS and advisory services development. So we are aware of this issue, this problem that sometimes reality is not adequately addressed. And as you can see from these examples, we are trying to change that and to support more what is really needed. So thank you.
Thanks, Ivan. I think we probably hand it over to Claudia again, if you like. I just wanted to, sorry, just want to make a point. I just want to go back to the idea of the priority areas. Just for anyone listening to the call who's interested in applying, there are these 5 priority areas. So digital agriculture and precision farming, capacity building, water management and irrigation systems, financial services, supply chain management. So your innovation can be in all of those areas. It would have been good to discuss with the panelists maybe some of those other areas. But so I just want to say that again for anyone attending the call. And I think we should probably hand it over to Claudia just for the sake of timekeeping.
Thank you very much, Rhiannon, for your moderation, and special thanks to all panelists for your insightful contributions there. I think we can see that continuing to foster this multi-stakeholder collaborations will be key to accelerating the agri-tech solutions that will be emerging from Uzbekistan for the country and for the region. If I can ask you to keep your camera on for a quick second, we'll be taking a group photo for communication purposes. So fantastic. Great. Okay. Thank you very much. So while the event, we are concluding this event for today, our exploration for discovering the next agri-tech unicorns for agriculture in Uzbekistan and the region continues. On behalf of the Accelerate for Impact platform and our project partners, we very much encourage you to stay connected through the website and via our email address, info@agritechchallenge.org. We will be in touch with key messages from this event, and we very much encourage you to support us in spreading the word about the AgriTech4Uzbekistan Innovation Challenge with your fellow innovators, or why not apply yourselves to keep the momentum along this event and keep it going. Just to remind you, the call for application is open until the 9th of July. And until next time, let's continue working together to fueling innovations and scaling sustainable agriculture in Uzbekistan and Central Asia. Thank you all, and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.